Yeah, once
All right.
more with feeling, Dan.
This aired the next night, November 6th, 2001, but it was somewhat overshadowed by another major TV event.
No way.
That's right. This aired the same night as the pilot episode of 24.
Oh
Whoa.
shit!
Yeah, how about that? That's huge.
Cuthbert, baby.
Oh, baby.
I
Yeah.
think in the pilot too, like the wife gets killed, right? Oh no,
Killed?
never mind.
Kidnapped,
Never mind.
maybe?
Kidnapped, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You spoil the
Cuthbert.
season?
Yeah,
Cuthbert's-
that is a major spoiler for the first
Jeez,
season.
that's actually the show I was looking forward to watching.
Cuthbert is she gets attacked by a cougar in the second season.
I'd like to be attacked by a cougar, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
They just announced this week that they're going to do a 24 movie.
Oh, I saw that. You
why?
sent me that, and someone tweeted A24 movie. Who's gonna
Yeah.
make it? Ari Aster.
Yeah, that was a funny joke.
That was funny.
I don't. Why would they do that? The whole premise of 24, like the only thing that's interesting about it
Yeah, it's
is
true.
that it's told in real time. So if you're doing like a 24 movie, it's just like a dumb. It's like
Dazed and
Olympus
Confused.
has fallen or something.
I have to say about the 24 show, it was an awesome binge show. Like the first two seasons, this was early on when like DVDs just started. I remember getting those and like binging, and me and my wife would like stay up and finish a disc and be like, oh, every episode's a cliffhanger. You want to know what's going on. And then we got to like watching the show in real time. And we just fucking hated having to wait a week to watch the next episode. So I've only seen the first two seasons. We quit season 3. So there you go.
Alias was like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I caught up on DVD and it was good binge, and then I got bored watching it week to week. But then I stopped watching, and then I watched those seasons on DVD, and I liked them more. All right,
Bradley Cooper show, Logan.
Yeah,
Alias.
that's true. BC's in the first two seasons.
DC.
Yeah. So another thing that came out this day, big album release, guys. Britney Spears' third record titled Britney. All right. That's the one that's got both I'm a slave for you. All right.
Yeah.
And also Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman.
All right, is she past her prime at this point?
Yeah, but you know, she's still trying.
Of course,
I-
of course. She's
I
like
think
Katy
if you
Perry.
guys,
She
you
came
guys-
back. The one after this record had Toxic on it. So that was kind of
Oh shit, that's after
yeah,
this.
yeah.
That's like my
Guys-
favorite one. So.
guys,
I know.
save it for Brit He Spears.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, we'll do that one.
That's pretty good. God damn it.
It's Brit he bitch. That's okay. I don't think you can say bitch.
Oh, say Butch.
Oh my God. It's Brittany Butch.
Nobody would listen to that. Did either of you own this album? Did they ever release the Buffy Once More with Feeling record?
Logan, they did release Once More with Feeling as a soundtrack album. And the day it came out, my poor mother was tasked with driving me to the record store to purchase it. And we had to go to 3 record stores.
Wow.
Because the first 2, both like the proprietors of the store admitted they didn't understand what a big deal this CD was going to be, and they only ordered like 2 or 3 copies of it, and they sold out immediately upon opening the store.
Yeah.
So I had to go to a third record store to find my copy of the soundtrack album, and it was great. It had a very thick booklet in it with pictures and on the lyrics to all the songs and stuff. And
I'm excited to learn them all.
Yeah, I listen to it a lot. I know all these songs by heart.
Oh, me too. Logan, I have attended San Diego Comic-Con once in my life, and famously was in a Princess Leia bikini picture. Look it up. Yeah. But at
Wait, you're
Comic-Con-
wait, clarify. You're wearing the Princess Leia bikini?
Yes. Yeah. You don't know
Okay.
this photo?
No, I don't know that.
I don't
you know
either.
that? Yeah.
No.
We don't know this.
You can Google Slave Leia. You're doing it wrong. And I was
Wow.
like on the front page of indignation for a while. I thought I was going to get fired. I was so nervous. Yeah, I lost a bet, and yeah, whatever. That being said, at Comic-Con for a long time, they would have live viewings of Once More with Feeling sing along things, and I attended once. So
Huh. And you
Were you
sang along?
wearing the bikini?
I was not wearing the bikini at that point. I had to walk the floor in the bikini because I lost a bet, and I had a hard time fitting into the bra. To be
I
honest,
googled what you told me to Google, and it didn't come up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good. Don't
You
find
took it off the
then.
internet.
If it's gone, for a while, every time Comic Con would come up, my picture would like resurface, and uh, you're doing it wrong. Let me look.
No, I googled
Maybe you
that.
spelled "you're" wrong.
I didn't. It's you are.
I looked at, yeah, I don't see it either.
Well, finally, it's
You have to send it to us.
yeah. Do I want to?
Well, you brought it up on a fucking public forum.
Oh,
I mean, semi-public.
I just pulled it up, and on the first page, I'm the last image on the first page. If you type in Slave Leia, you're
I am
doing
on my
it
phone.
wrong. And I see Rachel in the
Yeah, I
the
saw
bikini,
Rachel.
and then I'm wearing a red hat. Is the way to point it out. So, yeah, I'll just send it to you guys.
I don't
Who
see this
fucking
shit.
Cares?
I see multiple dudes wearing the
Yeah,
Slave Leia thing,
I was-
but not you.
I was like,
Oh,
the
I see
first-
it.
I was like the first one. So
It's really
You
blurry.
see
Oh, never
Tim?
mind. No, it's not that blurry. Yeah, I see him.
yeah, it's not worth it.
I
mean,
want to see it.
There, I just sent you the link.
I was gonna send a
Oh.
photo. It's gonna be my new lock screen on my phone.
Good. Yeah, enjoy.
Oh my god, Tim.
Yeah, right.
Looking like a fucking member of Steve Zissou's crew.
Yeah,
if,
you like.
if you're wondering, he does have the soul patch.
I am patched at that point. By the way, you guys want to play everyone's favorite game right now? Patch or no patch?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I am not patched currently.
Good,
Yes.
good.
I-
And the
God.
guy behind you is recording you also. You see that? He's like,
Yes,
look at this fool
yeah,
right in front of
There's
me.
a pretty cool dude behind you wearing a Bobby Orr jersey.
And the girl
Yeah.
behind you is shocked looking at
The
your
girl, this
backside.
woman is disgusted by you, Tim. I would be so embarrassed if I ever saw a woman making this face near me.
I feel like we have to share this with people. This is just hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. So
That face, it is amazing.
She's like, "Why did I leave the house today? I knew this was gonna happen."
Yeah.
the link
She's
I
regretting everything that led her to this moment.
the link I sent you says Princess Leia cosplay. Please stop.
Yeah.
Which yeah. So there you go.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all right. What did we get to? Did we already start the episode?
Sure, yeah. November
Oh, Josh
6th,
wrote it.
2001. Whedon wrote and directed this episode. He wrote all the songs by himself. And it's a big achievement. So basically what had happened was Whedon had wanted to do a musical episode of Buffy for a long time, and just wasn't sure about the logistics of it, and I don't think the WB was super interested in it. And then during season 5, he had like the whole cast of Buffy to his apartment for a party. I don't know why I said apartment. It's probably a house.
Yeah.
And I'm so poor. I just don't like the concept of living in houses is so foreign to me.
But
But
get together at his apartment.
yeah, so it was like
Well,
one of these.
to be honest, Joss probably had an apartment for a fuck pad, and that's
Well, you're probably
where
right
he
about
brought
that,
everybody.
honestly.
A loft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like a party where like everyone performed shit. Like actors are crazy. So
That sounds fun.
yeah, so it's like I think they did a Shakespeare reading. Like
Oh,
that was the
God.
purpose of the party. but then everybody got up and sang too, and he was like blown away by some of their voices. He was like Amber Benson, Emma Caulfield, and shit. He's like, I think he already knew Anthony Stewart Head and James Marsters could sing, and then like some of the other ones really surprised him. So he like tested them all, and he made a chart for himself of who had the best voices and the worst
Was
voices.
Xander at the bottom?
No
No,
way.
Willow's at the bottom.
Obviously,
Aw.
Willow's cannot
Oh yeah,
sing.
she even says like the byline is filler. Remember
Yeah,
that part?
I think this line's mostly
Yeah,
filler.
she has 3 lines she sings in the whole episode.
She is bad actually, right?
Yeah. So yeah, she's at the bottom. I mean, I feel like if he was writing this episode like with no knowledge of how well they can sing, like Willow would definitely have her own song.
Right.
But no, Allison Hannigan doesn't. So he did that, and then over the summer between seasons 5 and 6, he composed all the songs, and he made a demo tape performing them all with him singing the male parts and his wife, who he cheats on constantly, singing the female parts.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
If you can hear their demo of Something to Sing About on the soundtrack album.
Okay. And how's that? Good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
So he brings this to the cast, and they found a way to do it where like one of the things was they needed more than a week. So they were filming this episode during a lot of like the last few episodes.
Right. Okay.
All right. So they had this one going, and they started promoting it on the WB very early in the season with commercials that just said Buffy the Musical in production.
Maybe that's why I think we've kind of been in a little bit of a rut. We've been like
We're leading
our...
up to this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And I was not excited for this episode.
Wow.
The idea of a Buffy musical was scary to me, and it seemed, at that age, lame, or even perhaps gay.
You still don't like musicals. I mean, you hated The Greatest Showman, which
that's a masterpiece.
How could you? Yeah. Apparently there's a Greatest Showman reference in the new Deadpool movie, Logan. You excited for that? Yeah.
I am, yeah. I am really excited.
Cool. Yeah. So that's the background here. This had been in production. It was a highly anticipated episode of Buffy at this point. People knew this was coming.
I mean, literally after this episode, the TV musical became a thing, right? Like,
I mean, it was a thing, but it became certainly mainstreamized and popularized. Like this, like so musicals on TV had been done before, but they were kind of looked at as a joke for a really long time, especially after Cop Rock happened.
Oh yeah, Cop Rock. Yeah,
Cop Rock was a Stephen Bochco detective show, but the detectives like sang every episode and sung every episode.
Yeah, I think both.
Yeah. And so they
I believe it's Sanged.
Sanged.
So that show was like one of the biggest flops in TV history. Like it was looked at as a joke. And so for years on TV, anyone singing, people would just compare it to Cop Rock and like immediately dismiss it. And when Once More with Feeling came out, it was kind of a hit critically, and I think did well in the ratings as well. And they reran it like the next weekend, I think over the weekend. And so this kind of made it okay to do musicals on TV again.
Is this the best one still?
Yes.
Okay. What are some notable ones?
The Grey's Anatomy musical where they sing that
it's more a
Snow
jukebox.
Patrol song.
Yeah, jukebox.
Which one?
Yeah.
Chasing cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, while she's in a car accident, Logan.
Right. Scrubs has one that has like all original music.
I'm no Superman.
That's just the theme song. I mean, what else? Those are the ones I always think of.
Ballers musical episode's pretty good.
Season 2 or 3 of Fuller House opens with a musical number.
Does it?
Yes, the little boy sings it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's one There's a million of them. There was one on fucking
Community? Is there a Community one? They got the Childish
yeah.
Gambino,
There was
right?
like
Yeah.
a Christmas one.
Yeah, but I don't. Well, every episode of Glee.
Yeah.
Here I'm looking it up. There's apparently a Lucifer one.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
Yeah.
I
There's
am Lucifer.
Psych the musical. I remember that was a big deal when it came out.
it's always
Um,
sunny.
that 70s show did one like the season after this. It's
Oh.
always sunny, yeah. Um, Supernatural did one.
Wow, that's a ton of them. I didn't know this.
Yeah, the Flash did one.
Oh, there.
I wish
Once
Breaking
upon a
Bad did one.
time. Breaking Bad. Yeah,
I
that
wish
was
that
I
fun.
threw a pizza on the roof.
It was up
Ri-
there for 4 episodes.
Riverdale did like one a season.
Whoa. Shout out to
Yeah.
them.
Imagine Walt Jr.'s song.
I'm making a website for my father.
I love pancakes. All right. What
Call me Flynn, please.
That's good too. What a great character. All right. Let's get into it. Logan,
Hey,
let's
just
hear your notes on Once More with Feeling.
sorry, I got one more Breaking Bad joke.
Mhm.
What's his name? The brother-in-law's wife. She shoplifts just like Dawn.
Marie.
That's a good point. Yeah. Marie,
Yeah.
very much in the Dawn camp here.
That's good. And they're sisters. So Skylar is Buffy in this.
I
Yeah,
guess that makes
obviously.
Skylar Buffy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So again, love the opening title sequence. You guys heard it at the beginning. That was great.
Angel
stuff.
kind of broke bad if you think about it. If Buffy's Skylar, Angel's Walt, right? He broke bad.
Yeah.
And jealous is Heisenberg.
Yeah.
I love it. So, but Buffy's alarm. I have a problem with this. So Buffy's alarm goes off, okay, but the second hand was at 36 seconds. That seemed off to me. It doesn't seem like an alarm would go off at 7 a.m. but 36 seconds into 7
Oh my
a.m.
God,
That seemed weird to me.
Have you ever set a wind-up alarm clock, Logan?
No, is that how it works?
Yeah, you can like you
It's
have
like
to
whatever
choose the
second you
moment
set
where
it
it's wherever you set it at. So
Okay.
so
okay.
there you go.
So my mistake, guys.
You
So
dumbass child.
already fucking up.
all
Yeah.
right. So
You
everyone's
didn't
getting.
You didn't even talk about the intro where we saw their faces in the moon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. That reminded me of the Christmas special. I feel like the Christmas special, Star Wars Christmas special, opens like that. There's like a fun title sequence like that.
Oh yeah, and Lumpy.
It looks just like this.
Yeah, yeah.
But so
Itchy.
everyone's fun take here. Everyone's going to the bathroom, getting ready for the day and whatever. And then we go to the magic box.
Well, hey, do you notice what Tara finds in that opening?
What?
She finds
Yeah,
the
right.
little the
It's
whatever.
called
feather.
Leith's Bramble. It's called
Yeah.
Leith's Bramble. It's the thing that Willow makes the spell on to make her forget in the previous episode, and she starts to like wear it as like a pendant.
Yeah,
kinda.
she like
right.
smells it. She's like, "Ooh, this smells good."
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we go to the magic box.
And
We're
this
all-
all over that whole thing is an overture, which is playing like instrumental versions of like every song you're about to hear in the episode.
yes, exactly. We're reading Tomorrow's Bride magazine. That's fun.
Like when the demon says "ow" as one of his song lyrics.
She's not even half the girl she. Ow.
Or where the buff hot guy, she goes,
How
"Whatever,
can I repay whatever?
whatever."
Yeah, that's good.
SMG can sing. I like her voice.
Yeah, she's
You
good.
know,
She's one of the
she
better
didn't
ones.
want to. She like she was gonna not sing during this episode, and they even reached out to the singer Jewel to do the vocals for Buffy.
You can't
But
do
then
that.
when Sarah Michelle Gellar read the script, she was like, "Oh my god, this is my character's emotional turning point for the season. Like I have to perform that."
That's what's crazy too, is this is such an important episode story wise. I mean, like all the secrets are told and we get so much character development. This is like such a big Spike episode too.
Yeah.
It's such an awesome episode. Like, yeah.
The curtains close on a kiss, God knows.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Well,
All right, so
we're at
this is her "I Want" song, as Joss Whedon describes it, like a song from like a Disney movie.
Okay.
Director's commentary on the DVDs of this episode is really good too.
Yeah, that's where I learned that.
Yeah.
All right. So we go. Buffy comes into the magic box and she tells everybody, "Hey guys," or I guess she asks everybody, "Did you guys also burst into song last night in your dreams?" And they're like, "Oh yeah."
In your dreams, it was in life.
Oh yeah, in life. Sorry.
You forgot the Magnolia reference, Logan.
Yeah, you missed that.
What's this?
Xander's holding up a cruller and a donut. All right, and this is a total non sequitur. He says, "Respect the cruller and tame the donut."
Yeah, you're right.
Which is, of course, a reference to respect the cock and tame the cunt.
Yeah, I don't think you had to say that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, he's Daniel Ehrenberg. He had to say that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to, whatever. But yeah, so that's fun. And then we break into song. What's this one called? I didn't get.
I've got a theory.
I have a theory.
Well, it's kind of on the soundtrack. It's cut into three. It's I've got a theory / bunnies /
if we're together.
If we're together, that's right.
If we're together, I can't.
It's not how it goes at all.
Oh, okay. The line in here, she says, goes on about bunnies, and then she says, or maybe the word for little
midgets.
People.
Oh yeah, I said that.
Guys, come on.
Yeah, the M word for little.
I just have to tee Daniel up. He'll say anything I want him to
say. Sorry. I do like to point out that Giles starts with, "I have a theory." It's a dancing demon, though. Something can't.
Which is correct.
Yeah, he got it right. He nailed it in one.
Wow, seriously?
Yep.
That's pretty good. That's like in Scream 5, how Dewey guesses. He's like, "It's always the boyfriend." He says that. That's like his first line in Scream 5, and he's right.
But I like the Xander part where he guesses that it's witches, which is ridiculous because witches, they were persecuted.
Yeah, love the earth and always
women power, and I'll be over here. Yeah,
I like Buffy's line. She says, "Hey, I've died twice." I don't know the melody of that. But
I've died twice, and they all kind of smirk.
There's a few fun references in this one. Someone asks, she said, Willow, I think, says, "I got a theory some kid is dreaming, and we're all stuck inside his wacky Broadway nightmare," which is a reference to nightmares from the first season. Remember, they were stuck in that kid's nightmares.
Who was getting molested or abused or whatever? What's going on with
that? Yeah, like his coach.
By his coach. Yeah, that's crazy. Dawn had a line. She gave birth to a pterodactyl. What's that?
Well, she said that because she walks in and she's like, "You'll never believe what happened at school." And everyone started singing, and she says, "No, I gave birth to a pterodactyl," because everyone started singing. She was upset that they guessed exactly what was weird, and they were singing about math at high school.
I would have loved to see that one.
Yeah. So Tara and Willow were walking home. And some guys walk by, start checking out Tara, and she starts joking to Willow that she's straight now. She's like, "I'm gonna go with all those guys. I like them."
That's a good bit.
Yeah,
I'm cured.
I'm cured. Yeah, and then she starts singing.
It's like they're going to the Ren Fair.
I hate Tara's dress in this scene, and it's even weirder. Like it's for the song or whatever, but when you first see her just wearing it randomly in the magic box, I'm like, "What is this?"
Yeah. But so they go home, and during this song, Willow goes down on Tara.
Oh yeah, yeah, odd air cunnilingus for sure. I also had a theory. I have a theory. It might be bunnies, but that the edit of this song was supposed to come a little bit later, but the network wouldn't allow it. Do you know anything about this, Dan? Like, no. I feel like wouldn't the edit be where she's like, cut to Xander.
Yeah, good
so we get
point.
The word "come," but in my mind, it's always like the edit's right there on "come."
She finished it.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. She goes, "Complete," and then we cut to Xander, and Xander's like, "They're doing something. I know they're doing something."
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. And so there's like this guy tap dancing, and then I wrote a devil guy. I thought he was a devil. This guy that shows up later. And so here we go. Best part of the episode. We got Xander and Anya laying in bed.
This is your favorite song? Oh yeah,
I didn't
because
say
you're
my
horny.
favorite song. It's
Because you're
just the best
horny.
part.
Yeah.
And then Anya sits up and she's wearing this nice little red two-piece number. And Xander not wearing a sexy outfit. Xander just wearing these baggy PJs.
It's like a silk robe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was a pretty big contrast in what they were wearing, I thought. But this is good. What's this called? I'll never tell.
I'll never tell.
Showcasing a different style of musical. It's a bigger wide shots, longer takes, and at one point you can see one of the lights in the studio. I noticed.
Really?
Yeah, there's a silver light that you could see for a split second in the wide shot, and it's definitely not like supposed to be shown. So
But they do like acknowledge that this is like a set almost later on in the episode. Like it's kind of in the background, but like Xander and Anya are talking over each other at one point, like to Giles, and Anya says like it was like the fourth wall was gone in the house.
that's funny.
Performing to some unseen audience.
Well, that explains why they're like looking directly into the
Yeah.
camera. There's a couple fourth line breaks, and I think the Buffy one's the best one.
Oh yeah,
you can sing
That's
along.
great.
Yeah.
I know, and that was the only part of the episode I started to sing along. I couldn't resist.
I hate one of Xander's lines in this song. He's where he goes on about warm in the night when I'm right in your tight embrace.
Embrace, tight embrace.
Yeah,
Come
that
on,
is.
what are we
I mean,
doing?
but that's kind of like the style of song they're parodying. Is like
Yeah, it's
These-
like
these double
Busby
entendre,
Berkeley
yeah.
movies, like these old sex comedies.
yeah, I
didn't
saw
like it.
like Singing in the Rain. It is what it always made me think of. Yeah, and he does it twice. I get it.
But that one, I warm in the night when I'm right in your tight embrace. I didn't like it.
you're tight, and then he's like, "Oh, embrace," because he doesn't want to say vagina.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Does Xander actually have diseases on his penis? That's a line.
this is
From
a
the
reference
Shumash
to
tribe.
penis as diseases from the Shumash tribe. This is a reference going back to season 4, episode 8, Pangs. Do you remember that's the Thanksgiving one with like the
Yeah,
Native
the
American
arrows.
spirit? Do you recall that his penis does get diseases from a Shumash tribe in that episode?
So this is real. This is canon. This is a thing that happens.
That's
now?
well,
Yeah.
not anymore. I mean, but in that episode he did.
Oh, okay. I thought it was ongoing, but okay. So this is fun. We're walking down the street, and we get like a big number where there's a woman singing, people dancing in the background. Fun
Oh,
stuff.
by the way, we didn't even you didn't bring up the mustard one that I sung.
They got the mustard. They got the mustard.
That's later. Oh yeah, when she
No,
looks out. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
when she looks out to see if people are singing. But I wanted to point out that dude singing that song is Buffy writer David Fury.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and the woman here singing the parking ticket song is Marty
I
Knox.
do like the people sweeping in the background and dancing.
I love
and,
that.
and I like the layered audio where they're all talking over each other.
Yeah, and it's
like,
a big oneer. It's like it's
Yeah.
honestly a really ambitious shot. This one.
yeah. I really do think it's like Anya is upset that their song isn't a breakout hit. It's
Right,
kind of-
right.
Yeah, and kind of more a niche.
It was clearly a retro pastiche and not
yeah,
a breakaway pop number.
yeah. So funny.
And because the camera starts out like up close to them on the sidewalk, and then
Yeah.
we go like out into the street because we're viewing like the big wreckage of the car,
Mhm.
and then we go back close into them. It is actually, yeah,
there's
that's all.
so I mean, there's
And
a
the
lot of.
sound design's really cool in this too.
I mean, the very first shot was a one or two of Buffy
Right.
waking up, and we're moving through the house. and,
Mhm.
yeah, lots of good shots in this episode. I mean, the fire truck alone is like an
Joss Whedon
all-time
says that's the best shot in Buffy history.
I mean,
What's this
spoiler
again?
alert, Logan. You're
In
gonna
Walk
see it.
Through the Fire
Yeah.
when the fire trucks drive by behind them.
I gotta go back and watch. I didn't really
Yeah,
notice
well,
that being epic or anything.
Get ready because it's gonna be in the intro from
Oh.
like going forward because it's a awesome shot.
Okay. So Spike's song, ready for Spike. Buffy shows up to Spike's place and Spike break. She says, yeah, obviously that's the only thing I want to pump you for.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe I really said that." And then
Yeah.
I like how Spike says he's immune to the singing, and then
And he's
Yeah,
trying to
let
get her
me
out of
rest
there
in
before he can
peace.
start.
yeah,
I thought this was like a Marcy Playground type song.
Well, he was in a rock band, Marsters, called Ghost of the Machine, and I
I'm not
think
judging
like
it or anything.
Whedon was trying to play to that.
Yeah, I was into it. It was very fun. It matched exactly his whole thing.
I
Yeah.
like how he does the change into vampire in the middle of the song.
Oh, it looks terrible. I hate that moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Tim sent me another great tweet yesterday about vampires changing in Buffy. That was good.
Yeah, it was Matt Gates from the RNC, and they said his Botox face looks like after someone turns into a vampire on Buffy.
No, it
He
said it looks
look-
like if you freeze frame somebody
Yeah.
turning into a vampire.
He looks like live action Butthead from Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah, from the SNL. The what's his name?
I thought Scrotus from Mad Max looked like Butthead from the Furiosa. He looked like Butthead. Hellman, the guy, whatever that guy's name was.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, so
Mayonnaise?
no, whatever. So there's Spike's song. We like that one, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And so
I
Don,
like the slow part.
I-
I know I should go, but I follow you. Whatever.
If my heart could beat, it'd explode my chest. I like at the end when he's like, he's telling her to fuck off, and then immediately he's like, "Oh, so you're gonna leave?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna stay then?" Which is so great, and Spike has like another awesome moment like that.
During Walk Through the Fire.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he's-
I better
yeah.
help her out.
I
Like,
hope she fries. I'm free if that bitch dies.
oh
I
wait, have to
better
go
help her
save
out. Yeah.
his face changes. The acting is so
And
good
he just
there.
gets up.
And watching it with Jules, I mean, that's literally like she goes, like that's her favorite part of the whole episode.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
Might have been mine. That was really good. So we go. This is where Dawn reveals to Tara, like, "I'm glad you guys got over your big argument that you had." And Tara's like, "What argument? What are you talking about?" And then we get taken by these scary monster guys.
Well, we get
Scary faces.
She has
the
a very
worst
brief
song.
song.
Yeah, the
well,
worst song.
it's not really a song. But you know what I like about it? Because Dawn is like 15 at this point, and I remember being 15, and I was 15 when this episode aired, and I was such a like angsty little prick, and I almost felt it was Joss Whedon like commenting on teenagers, where like all she could come up with. Everyone else is like has these like gorgeous songs where like they're like revealing their innermost secrets and their the character growth and shit, and all Dawn could come up with is, does anybody even notice? Does anybody even care? And then she gets kidnapped, and that's just how you feel at 15.
Does anybody even notice? Does anybody even care?
Yeah, I think that's totally intentional.
Yeah.
is this actually Trachtenberg singing?
Yes.
I thought it was everybody singing, right?
Yeah, it is everybody singing.
It would be
Trachtenberg.
noticeable if one person sat out. I think that would be terrible.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought her lip sync is the worst.
I agree with
out
that.
of it all, especially when she's singing with the demon.
Yes.
I'm 15 and I'm the Slayer.
There's one part where she literally like doesn't like she gave up. I noticed. I was like, you're not
Yeah.
even like you're not
Yeah,
even singing
but
at all.
I remember listening to the director's commentary, and Michelle Trachtenberg was really into ballet.
Yeah.
So that's why she
they
does,
give her
like-
that dance sequence.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. She
Which
should have done a ballet
made,
film.
which made Tim uncomfortable because he's a pervert.
oh,
And Dan just accepted it because he's so immune to underage girls.
That's right. That's right.
Michelle should
saw
have been in
that,
Black
he's like-
Swan. That would be
Yeah.
cool. Good,
Dan's
cool
like,
spot for her.
I've seen better.
When I see a
I've
kid
seen better.
dancing, I don't immediately sexualize it.
Oh, wow, good point, Daniel.
Mhm. Of course, Daniel Ehrenberg does not sexualize anything ever.
No,
That's not true. I sexualize most stuff, but in this case, it's underage girls, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
so we
he doth protest too much.
By the way, Logan, thanks for cutting that thing out of the first Omen episode.
No problem. We go to the bronze. I think this is our second episode in a row at the bronze, right? Because last episode with Willow and Tara, we went to
Yeah,
the
and we'll
bronze.
be there again next week.
Holy shit, we're on a streak. I
Yeah.
love the bronze. And so the devil starts singing to Dawn. Big song here. And Dawn tells
It's not the devil.
name?
It's a demon named Sweet.
Sweet. Okay. He never really says it, but did you like the part when he ripped off his mouth and it
Yeah.
sings in his head
I don't love that, but you know what effect looks really great?
when he changes his suit?
Yes, when his suit changes colors.
it's
I don't know how he
seamless.
does it.
It's amazing. I watch that every time. I'm like, this is a perfect edit. I have no idea how they do that, especially back then. It's a great edit. And he says, like, oh, you don't like my style. And so he changes to the blue. I was hoping
Yeah.
he'd do that again.
Me too. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Hinton Battle. He was a Broadway performer. He won a Tony, I think, for doing the Michael Jackson part from The Wiz on Broadway. And he passed away earlier this year. So
Oh
R.I.P.
shit.
RIP.
R.I.P. Stinton.
Hinton.
Do you like
Hinton.
this? Do you like his song, Logan?
I did. There weren't any songs, honestly, that I didn't like. I don't think there were like a couple lines here and there where
He's good. He can tap dance and a soft shoe or whatever you want to call it. And
yeah,
I like,
he just comes across as a dude who's real talented.
yeah, he has like a demon soul patch too. Did you notice that?
oh, I didn't notice.
I didn't either.
It's like not
Of
a
course
soul.
you did.
It's like a scar like thing, but it definitely is supposed to be like a soul patch thing.
Well, he is a smooth, cool dude.
Yeah, cool dudes all have soul patches.
So we're training. Buffy uses that pommel horse that Xander and
right.
Anya have sex on, or that
They're-
they did once upon a time.
They're worried that they're gonna get a 80s training montage song.
Yeah, that was
I would have loved it.
The power chords they'll lay down until it goes away, which I think is funny. And then
yeah.
then it's what's this one called, Dan?
Standing.
Yeah.
He thinks he's standing in the way.
You're
of
not
Buffy.
ready for the world outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
and this is awesome where Buffy's in Say the Father and take you by the hand. You know,
Yeah.
it's really like the heart of
He's
Giles.
good, man. Giles really, I like his voice too. I like the part
Behind blue
in
eyes.
where, later where he goes, "Tell me, where do we go?"
Yeah.
Hell man.
Yeah.
We should
Oh,
have
yeah.
Lindsay. We should have a Lindsay singing in.
Oh, I agree.
Oh,
man.
halfway through this episode, I was talking to Jules. I'm like, I wonder what Boreantz's voice is like. And then I'm like, oh shit, he sings in Angel. we saw him at Caritas sing.
That's the
couple
thing.
times.
Everyone, the Angel cast, their voices aren't as uniformly
Yeah.
good as the Buffy cast.
I think they're pretty good when they, but some of them they're not trying. They're doing it for comedy a lot of times.
That's true.
I feel like
That's
Fred
really-
could sing if she tried.
There's no Bones musical episode, huh?
I'm shocked there's no Bones musical episode.
There-
How did they not get around to that?
There's that one episode where they're a bar owners, and I think there's a song by the band that's
Oh my
Gormagon.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah, Sweets' band.
And there was another song. There was an episode of Bones with Pentatonics. Remember
Oh,
that?
Yeah.
Of course, I remember that.
Do, 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 ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I thought you guys were gonna add in
That's your
like some music.
Pentatonics impression.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. But hey, here we get a combo. We get Under Your Spell combined with Standing for like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
looking at Buffy and Willow.
Like
Like,
a
we might have to leave
reprise.
you guys for like
Yeah,
the
because
betterment of everybody.
Tara looks in the book.
Tara, what the hell?
Tara, sorry.
Thank
Tara
you.
looks in the book and she sees that, oh, this is for a forgetting spell. And yeah, and is this where she also sings like, especially what I've all been through, how could you do this to me? Right? I believe
Yeah.
that's like, I can't remember the lyrics exactly, but
And they're
she's
singing "Wish I Could Stay." So like
Yeah.
Tara's thinking of fucking bailing.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. They were looking like
Mhm.
we might have to go elsewhere.
it's all right. Willow just cast another forget spell on her.
Yeah, that'd be good. So there's a part where like one bad guy comes in and we like get information out of him and then he runs off again.
Oh yeah, and he starts like he's gonna sing a song, but then he just tells them.
Yeah, Spike says, "Go ahead, sing," and then they play the music, and he goes, "The master wants you to come to the Bronx."
And then we get it, the big one here.
And is this where Buffy says Dawn's in trouble, must be Tuesday?
Yeah,
which is
must
a
be a
reference to the
Tuesday.
night the show aired. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's good. I like that.
No, Buffy's got to do it by herself, and then everyone changes their mind like a
Yeah.
second later, which is great. Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
she feels the fire and it freezes her.
Yeah.
yeah.
She
And
looks
then
into it and it's black.
well, something to sing.
You all do your part, and you could sing along. That's something to sing about.
Yeah,
She
I think
decides
this
she's
was
just
the
gonna-
one in the commercials for the Buffy musical. Like they played the opening of this song, and you were like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. And she decides she's just gonna dance to death, right? Like she's ready to
Right.
she wants to get taken to hell instead of Dawn, right? Like she offers herself up,
and Spike saves her. Spike stops her and tells her or sings to her like, "Life is just this. It's living."
and then
and Dawn says,
She repeats it. That's cool.
she says the hardest thing in this world is to live in it, which is from the finale last season.
That was sweet.
Mhm.
And then where did it end? Spike chases Buffy out, or did Buffy chase Spike out?
No, we find out that Xander's the one who summoned the demon, and then the demon says no homo.
That really is. This episode does end with no homo.
He's like, Xander's like, I just thought it would be fun, and I was worried that Anya and I aren't going to work out. And so do I have to be your queen? And the
I'll let it slide just this
he's
once.
Like,
no
this is tempting, no homo, but hey, congrats everyone, you beat the bad guys. And then the
soundtrack. I used to sometimes play this on guitar also, by myself in my basement.
Also, all-time great moment of Spike when the spell kicks off of him and he is able to leave.
Oh yeah, bugger this.
Yeah, in the middle of the hand gesture, and it stutters, and he's like, "Oh, bugger off!" And
bugger
leaves.
this.
Yeah, bugger this. Sorry. And then she leaves, and we get the reprise of "I Died," and what is her
was pulled out of heaven or whatever?
No. Oh, fire. She sings, I feel the fire. And it freezes me. And then
I died so many years ago. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And also the curtains close on a kiss. And there's a line earlier in the episode in one of the songs, the curtains
close on a kiss by Rose. And
by Rose. It's a God knows.
As the curtain closes. Oh yeah, all right.
Baby.
That's in Where Do We Go From Here? And we go outside like right as they're singing that line. Like they tell you what's about to happen, and then it does. It's great.
Like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
you know how that movie starts out. They tell you like how the whole movie's gonna go.
Yep,
it's like that. So the end. Executive producer Joss and Marty. Great job.
Yeah. Are you a Joss boy now, Logan? Watching this episode, would you call yourself a Joss boy?
I don't like calling myself a Joss boy. I mean, I guess I am, but
I know you don't. But after
like,
watching this episode, it's kind of undeniable, right?
I've never been like I've always been on the side
to me like art. He's completely undeniable after the body, and
I've been on board.
And this episode too made me rethink. Like I've always said, season 5 isn't one of my favorite seasons, and I think 6 is so great. And I feel like there's like a couple all-timer episodes even coming up after this as well.
Like what? Give me a title.
I don't remember the titles, but
I don't want to spoil Logan.
I don't want to spoil Logan either. So
saying the name of not gonna spoil me.
Well, I don't know the episode name is the problem. I would say the thing that happens in this episode.
I'll take my earbuds out. Well, I have to listen to it.
No, don't. I'll text Dan later. And
all right.
And I mean, think of the other 2 big episodes from this. I
don't know which ones you consider are big.
I mean, there's like a couple big episodes coming up with characters and whatnot near the end of the season.
Oh, near the end. Okay, yeah. The last like 4 or 5 episodes are pretty epic.
There's a couple all timers that really affect our characters moving forward. So
Okay. So there we go. What do we go? Fives.
Of course, yeah.
yeah, this is a 5.
I don't know where to rank it, honestly, because I feel
Number
like I'll
one.
like it.
Read
more
me
when I
my
know the
top
lyrics.
10. Read me my top 10.
Okay. The body going from top to bottom.
Yeah.
The body, restless, hush, becoming 2, becoming 1. The gift, innocence, graduation day 2, graduation day 1.
Wait. Slow down. You can put this 4.
What's above this, Logan? Can you tell me his 3 above this?
Number 1 is the body. Number 2 is restless. Number 3 is hush, and then this one.
Great. Yeah, no problem.
And I think
feel,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I wanted to say I feel like the minions who are like big ventriloquist dummies, right? They always give me the Hush villain vibes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I thought they looked a lot like Sid the puppet.
Yeah,
I thought of that too. Yeah.
They were like 3 Sids running around.
Yeah, they should have given him the Sid voice, been like, "Hey,
They should have made more wood jokes.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's what Joey Gladstone does with his little woodchuck.
cut
character.
it out."
You know his little woodchuck.
Of
Yeah,
course I do.
Mr. Woodchuck.
Oh, is that his name? He's like, I
Yeah.
smell wood.
Mhm.
So I also rank it 4th place between Hush, or not between. I go Hush, Becoming 2.
Oh, so you
The
are pretty
Body,
high on this episode.
Once More with Feeling. But I originally did have it 6. I had Passion and The Gift ahead of it. But then I was just like, what am I doing?
Wait, so what's your top 4?
Hush. This is 1 to 4. Hush, Becoming 2, The Body, Once More with Feeling.
Okay.
Just like Hush because of the jack off motion SMG does.
That's not it. Dan also has Hush ahead of this, so
Yeah, well, obviously that's why he likes it.
We both
Shut
have
up.
Hush and The
Hush
Body.
is a fucking classic.
No, I agree. Hush is probably number 2 on my ranking. So, but
Is
this
this
is
your
number
favorite?
1. This is number 1 out of the 4 episodes of Buffy's Angels I've done.
and you said
Well,
it's your
easily.
By
favorite.
far. Yeah, easily. This is my favorite Buffy episode of all
Oh,
time.
and by the way, I wanted to mention that the dance choreography is done by Adam Shankman, who like became a pretty prominent director after this.
Okay. Who? I don't. Anybody directed?
I think he directed the Hairspray movie
Oh,
with
cool.
Zac Efron
That's a good one.
and Enchanted, I want to say.
Okay. What about Disenchanted?
Wait, actually, just Disenchanted, not
Oh
Enchanted.
shit.
Yeah. But a Walk to Remember, Bringing Down the House, The Pacifier
Oh.
with Vin Diesel. All right.
Yeah. all right.
Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler.
Oh.
He did Rock of Ages.
Oh.
Is that one of
All
Sandler's
right.
worst bedtime stories?
That might be his very worst.
No way. Not even close. The Cobbler is much worse than
I've
Bedtime
never
Oh,
seen
wow.
The
Stories.
Cobbler, to
Yeah.
be fair.
That's like where he like fucks his mom or something, right?
Yeah.
He
Well,
like pretends to be his dad.
yeah, he can put on anyone's shoes and he becomes them, including changing race. So at one point he puts on his dad's shoes and
That's what the fucking Cobbler is about.
he
Yeah, you
goes
become
What
the person
the
whose shoes
fuck?
you wear.
yeah. It's Sandman doing blackface at one point. It's crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right, we have some comments here. Can we read those?
Yeah.
All right, Josh Merlis says about Angel. He says, I really liked when everyone told Angel they loved him from off screen. And when
Oh,
Lauren said
yeah.
he really likes Fred,
Yeah.
I didn't because it was more competition. for
Josh just
me.
likes when characters like each other.
He does. I do too. I like that. Well, I don't like when they hate each other, although that can be compelling too, I guess. Okay, now we're beating up pregnant women. Is there anything you Joss boys won't condone?
Nope.
Daniel says no. When Darla finally asks Angel to kill her, it was a lot like the scene with him and Faith. Oh,
I
that's true.
actually thought about that too. It's very similar to that.
The exact same thing. Yeah, kill me.
Mhm.
I-
And
but I
5
didn't
by
have-
5.
Didn't have the same emotional hit.
I
What's he
agree
saying?
with that
Faith was
too.
more emotional.
Yeah, that is a better moment for sure.
Well, it felt like that might happen. I didn't think he was going to kill Darla here, but I thought he
Logan-
could have killed Faith. Yeah.
Look, have you thought about when Buffy was dead and how crazy it was that Faith is in jail? Like, there's no Slayer at that point anywhere,
Yeah.
right?
What? Buffy's a Slayer.
When Buffy died, she was died for 3 months, right?
Oh yeah.
They
she
just
was died
didn't-
for 3 months.
She was dead for 3 months.
But they did the slaying, her crew.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there should be a Slayer.
That's probably the
working.
only time since like the first Slayer that there was no Slayer working.
Unless Faith is
Right.
like killing people in jail and like demons. Maybe there's a Hellmouth
Oh
on
my
the jail.
god,
and
I
she's
would
like-
love a
Spin-off?
mini series of just like a 6-episode series of Faith like killing demons in prison. That would be great.
This is probably old news, but I recently saw like a couple weeks ago a story about Eliza Dushku on the set of True Lies. Did you guys know about that?
No.
Yeah, I did.
She was
Uh-oh.
molested on the set of that by a
Oh
stunt
Yeah.
my
coordinator.
God. Was Joss
Yeah.
there too?
No,
No.
she had no problem with Joss actually. Like they're good buds. But yeah, that came out during Me Too.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
because she's the daughter, and
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
like 14 or something.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I read that a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. But he says, still nice job drawing a parallel. That woman who talked to Darla at the arcade is not okay. Don't comment on people's lives like that. You don't know her. I thought that was a weird comment too, honestly. She was really like assuming a lot there. Gotta hand it to Carpenter. Her acting has improved a lot over the years. Cordelia, however, is dumb for trusting Darla. That's fair.
That is fair.
He says, Buffy the musical. Why am I surprised that it came to this? Yes, this was awesome. I laughed. I cried. I'm also really glad to have known in advance that this is Tim's favorite episode. I was thinking about him throughout, and it made
Aw.
the whole thing that much more delightful. Okay, I skipped a line. It seems like a lot of them did their own singing. Do we have info on that? Yes, turns
All
out
of
they
them.
did their own singing. Don and I have the same red wooden ruler. What?
Great catch.
Oh my gosh.
You make me come.
Oh, by the way,
Wait.
There's Dawn when she's in her room, like looking at all the shit she's stolen in that like box. I noticed that she has like a teen magazine on on her desk, and it had Justin Timberlake and Nick Carter on it.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Yeah,
Shout out.
I was pretty excited about that.
Josh thought it was real subtle. You make me complete. He said
Very
subtle,
Subtle.
stuff.
Oh yeah, subtle.
Is Willow the only one without a song? Yeah, turns out she was a bad singer.
Mhm.
Turns out. Well, he says, what's up with that? I don't know if her singing line is her literally saying that she's singing filler, or I think her only. Yeah. So I've watched this one 3 times, just like you, Tim. Would have sucked to watch this when it aired and have to wait for the rerun.
I think they aired a rerun though. Like this
The
aired on
weekend?
Tuesday, and I want to say there was like a rerun on Sunday.
That's pretty cool.
This Logan, like the time to rewatch once more with feeling is finish the season and then rewatch it. I feel like
Yeah,
backwards it pays off a lot.
But
Joss,
then I'm giving this like more attention. I haven't rewatched any Buffy yet. I don't want to do that until after I
Well,
finish the show.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you go ahead and watch like the
I'll just
one
listen to
good
the songs.
episode from every season. Like what you can watch Hush again. You can watch once more with feeling.
because then
You can
I'll
watch
like
the body.
it more. I'll like them more than the others. I don't want to do that. I
I
don't want to
do
show
like-
favoritism yet.
I show favoritism in Buffy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But you've seen them all so many times. Like I want to. I've
That's
seen them
true,
once.
that's
I
true.
just want that to be how it is so far.
Okay,
But I'll listen
okay.
to the songs and remember the episode that way.
Logan, just go through and watch Witch. Watch.
Oh, I have watched that like 50 times actually. When I can't sleep, I just fire up Witch. That's good. And then Joshua Cole, Josh just love Buffy. I love that. He says top 5 Buffy and one of the best episodes of TV ever. We agree. Top
Wow.
5 Buffy. We both have it 4. It could have been a throwaway gag musical episode, but they
That's
used
what
the
I was worried
lyrics-
about.
Yeah, but they don't. They use the lyrics so well to push everyone's storylines. If you listen closely to the lines in the songs, they're so deep and profound. They give so much context into what everyone's feeling in their lives and situations. Yeah. It is actually amazing. Like Joss, he wrote the script, he wrote the songs, he directed the freaking show.
It's an amazing achievement. There's a quote from Joss Whedon about this episode that he wanted to prove what could be done on network television when somebody cares.
Wow,
Which
holy
is like
shit.
such a fuck you to like other writers. and
But it's
directors.
true though. Like if you
Yeah.
if you care and put your mind to something, you can kind of do anything.
yeah.
So
I
Shout out
do
to
want to
Josh.
say to the Joshes and the listeners at home, For sure, check out Dr. Horrible's sing along blog.
Yeah,
It's
that's
it's
another
got
musical he wrote.
yeah, he wrote this. It was during a writer's strike. He wrote a whole nother musical and he released it on YouTube. It's starring
Mhm.
NPH is the
And Nathan
star.
Fillion,
Yeah, and the redhead from
Felicia Day.
yeah, Felicia Day. Check that out. It's
It
fun.
is
It's
absolutely great. I like it as much, if not more, than Once More with Feeling.
it's not as good as Once More with Feeling, but Logan, you'll be excited because you're a Big Bang Theory fan.
Where did
It's
that
got
go from?
it's got that one guy in
Oh,
it.
that's right. Yeah.
He's the moist guy.
What's his name?
yeah,
Leonard?
No,
that's like the
Leonard's
main
the
guy.
main guy.
No, that's Sheldon.
Howard Wolowitz.
yeah,
okay.
Howard
Sheldon's
is in,
the main guy, young Sheldon.
no, but Leonard's the friend.
He's the second
the
main
other
guy.
guy. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. Sing along blog. You should check that out this week too, Logan.
That's fucking dynamite. Yeah.
And it's only 45 minutes. It's like an episode of TV. So
And Marty Noxon and David Fury are both singing in that too.
yeah.
All right.
And you get to see Bad Horse, which is
Bad
good.
horse, bad horse, bad horse. He's bad. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
good.
And then Joshua, he says, and Dan, you should totally watch Charmed. It has that Aaron Spelling tone, but with a witchy sitcom action twist. It's never as artful as Buffy, but it's a fun time. And AHS, that's an American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Coven is considered one of, if not the best seasons of American Horror Story. You should definitely watch that too.
My girlfriend's a big American Horror Story guy, and she says she says that's the best one too.
I think I've heard that.
But yeah, those will both happen at some point.
Jules has watched all of Charmed, so that means I've seen multiple episodes. Just I gotta tell you, Dan, it's not Buffy.
I'm not expecting it to be Buffy, but I'm expecting it to be a fun sort of time capsule of the day, and then
Yeah.
that's
Like
what I want
Sabrina,
to
the
say.
Teenage Witch.
What if Buffy had worse special effects?
Like Roswell. I want it to be like as good as Roswell.
I think it's probably closer to that.
Okay, that's fine. I like.
I
Roswell.
definitely not into.
You ever see Grimm?
Charmed.
Wasn't
Charm's
that
got a
like a
good-
recent version of this?
I tried to watch Grimm because you know who co-created it is David Greenwald.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I couldn't get into it.
There's also that Evil show, and there's also
I love that. That show's way more X-Filesy though.
there's also a remake of Charmed.
That's true with black people.
No, they're Latino.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, are they?
Latinos.
They're
Yeah.
Latina. They did that with Roswell too.
Well, actually, one of them might be black. Actually, if you mentioned that, so
There's a Latina version of Roswell. That's the first place I ever saw Amber Mid Thunder.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mine was that movie.
She's not a Latina though.
Yeah, I know, but she's playing one.
All right. Well, there's Buffy and Angel. What are we doing next week? What are those called?
Next week's Buffy. Well, actually, I'll say Angel. Angel's first. Angel is called Quickening.
Ooh, we're gonna go into quicksand.
Great.
Oh. Hey, so someone's gonna throw him a snake.
And Buffy, bit of a minor classic here, is called Tabula Rasa.
Ooh,
I don't even
Doggy
know.
dog.
I think that's the name of a spell Willow uses to fuck with Tara again.
I was gonna
You're
say-
actually right about that.
It was funny. I was gonna say the next episode is called Letdown, but
It's not.
it's
They
not at
really
all.
got a good one
Yeah.
after this. Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
Let
one.
down is bad.
No, he just
Letdown,
means it
yeah.
was a letdown.
Oh, I
But
thought
it's
that's the
not.
name of an episode.
From
No,
Once
no.
More with Feeling. Anything would be a letdown, but
No, they
this is a
kind of
good
nailed the
episode.
follow up.
Yeah. This season's a good season of Buffy.
For
All
sure.
right. Hasn't been my favorite so far, but it's actually been one of my least favorites.
I really feel like Once More with Feeling is when the season starts.
yeah.
Okay. It
Yeah.
felt like we were kind of on autopilot.
Yeah,
waiting
fuck
for the video.
Dracula.
That's last season.
Yeah,
Oh,
what are you talking about? What? That's
Sorry.
a great episode too.
Yeah, okay.
Big
Just
honking
like that house,
castle.
big honking castle.
And the shot of the purple
Oh, God,
flowers.
I forgot. It's got Riley.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Riley so much.
Yeah. Imagine Riley singing though.
We never got a comment on that balls poster again. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Because I didn't want to look it up for
send
spoilers.
him a link to that T-shirt.
Yeah. Or you do it. You know the spoilers.
All right.
I
I couldn't
don't-
find it though. I tried to find it on that website and I
Red
couldn't.
bubble. I don't know. But
All
all
right.
right, so that's next week. Anything
That's-
else? Thanks,
No.
Tim.
Yeah, thanks for having me on for my favorite episode of Buffy. It's all downhill.
What's
from
your favorite
here on.
angel? We can have you on for that.
That's a good question.
Smile time.
Dan, I was trying to come up with the title, and
I knew that'd be your favorite.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the first one that came to mind. It probably is not my favorite, but I would like to come back for Smile Time, please.
Okay.
And there's no Buffy's at that point, right?
Yeah, that's post Buffy.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
so
I
we'll be
would-
doing 2 a week, Angels.
Yep, for the
Yeah,
last season.
I would like to come back for Smile Time, please.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I hope we
our-
have you on before the last season.
yeah, you should come back next season for one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back
one.
for the movies episode.
No, that's in like a few weeks.
Oh, is that this season?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Then episode 7.
Next season?
Or I know season 7. I'm trying to think of like a good
From
episode
season-
from season
okay.
7.
Conversations with dead people.
I can't remember what that is.
We talked to Joyce.
I really can't think of. I mean, I know the big episode for season 7, but that's the finale of Buffy. I really, oh man,
All right, you'll think about it. You look at it.
I really don't like season 7 much.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's I fucking yeah, I don't know.
There's
a-
a few real big high points for me.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot of like just mid episodes, I feel like, in that season.
It gets pretty serialized. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
All right.